Aren't you tired of having cold hand and cold feet and feeling cold every single day in winter? To be very honest, I felt that way just a few years ago, every single day, and I used to hate it, especially having cold feet. But I solved that problem for myself when I started doing the opposite of what most people do. Now, my name is Andrea Pruneri, and I literally went from having cold feet and cold hands every single day in winter. I literally hated it so much that I bought myself, I remember, a really heavy pair of boots. But guess what? I ended up having even colder feet. Going from that to literally now taking cold showers every single day, taking a nice bath. I can literally go around in winter in shorts and t-shirt, and I'm not saying this to brag. I'm just saying this to show you that it's actually possible. I used to think that I was not able to do the things that crazy guy called Wim Hof told me a few years ago. He told me take cold showers. Like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, I'm literally cold, going around with a jacket, and I should be taking cold showers or going around dressed less. Like, this guy must be crazy. He must have some crazy genetics. But let me tell you that it is very simply possible to go from being someone who is always cold, who has cold hand and cold feet every single day, to just feel warm in winter while dressing less and no more having cold hand and cold feet, even though you're not wearing any gloves. Now, I know this sounds strange, but it is very, very logical if we think about it. Now, it's the same thing as going to the gym. If you don't like lifting heavy weights because you're not able to lift heavy things, you have two choices. You either stop lifting heavy things, you escape lifting heavy things, and therefore you get weaker and weaker and weaker. And that is what most people do with the cold. They escape the cold because they don't like the cold, and therefore they get less and less and less adapted to it. But what if we started going to the gym? We started lifting heavy weights, we became stronger and stronger and stronger, and then those weights that felt like heavy before start to become light, and we are able to lift heavy things with ease. We become stronger and stronger and stronger, more adapted basically to lifting heavy things and doing harder movements. The same thing goes with the cold. We can escape it, therefore end up feeling colder and colder and colder, or we can actually embrace it. We can go through that little bit of discomfort. It's not comfortable to go to the gym, right? For 3 times a week or 5 times a week for 1 hour, right? It's not comfortable. But if you go to that discomfort, the other time that you will be outside of the gym will be much more comfortable. You will be able to be on one side healthier and be able to lift heavier things and move much more easily, right? The same thing goes with the cold. If you just expose yourself to the cold a little bit, go through that discomfort of taking a cold shower of 1 minute or 2 minutes every single day, you will adapt to the cold, and therefore you will no more feel it as much, right? Now, you don't have to go as extreme as taking ice baths or going to swim in a frozen lake. Surely 3 years ago I thought to myself I will never do that, but guess what? Now I'm there and I really enjoy it. So I suggest you to go by steps. You don't have to go and do crazy things, and if you want to do those crazy things, I highly recommend you to do some research and don't do stupid things anyways. But if you just want to solve the problem of having cold hand and cold feet, then what I recommend you to do is to just take a bucket, fill it with water, put some ice in there or some snow if you have the possibility to put some snow in there, and just put your hand and feet in there for 1 or 2 minutes. Now do this every single day for 2 weeks, and you will see what happens. You will literally have solved the problem of having cold hand and cold feet. I'm not even joking. Try it out, and you don't have to believe me. Literally try it out. Now, if you want to get rid of feeling cold in general, what I did and what has worked really, really amazingly well for me is to take cold showers. Now, I know it's uncomfortable. No one likes it. Literally every single day when I go in there, I have that resistance, even though I'm doing it since 3 years, literally daily, every single day in the morning. But I still feel that resistance. Everyone feels it. But if you're able to turn on cold and turn on the water, then you will inevitably feel the amazing benefits. On one side, you will feel warmer, then you will feel happier, you will feel more relaxed, you will feel all those amazing benefits of cold exposure. Now, I'm not going to go into more detail for this video. I just wanted to solve the problem of feeling cold and having cold hand and cold feet. And this is literally how you do it. You just stop escaping it, you start embracing it, and you basically end up exposing yourself more to it, going through a little bit of discomfort, but then no more being 24/7 with cold hand and cold feet. Now, at least for me, that's worth it. And really hope that this video helped you out to eliminate that problem. If it did, then highly recommend you to subscribe and like to not miss on future videos. Anyways, I wish you all the best. Enjoy the cold and see you in the next video. Actually, I've already made a video about cold exposure, explaining how to approach it step by step. So if you're interested in that, check out this video here.